Hi, this video is part 4 in Time in Work series. For other parts, you can check out the playlist linked in the description. The basic formula that you need to remember is this. Productivity is equal to work divided by time. So the step to solve a given problem remains same as previous videos. They are understand the question, form equations out of the question, and solve those equations to get the answer. Question 1. Ajay and Sunil together can complete a work in 10 days, Sunil and Sanjay in 15 days, and Sanjay and Ajay in 20 days. They worked together for 6 days and then Ajay leaves. Sunil and Sanjay worked for 4 more days and Sunil leaves. How long will Sanjay take to complete the work? So if we write equations, right? So Ajay and Sunil can complete the work in 10 days. Sunil and Sanjay can complete the work in 15 days. Sanjay and Ajay can complete the work in 20 days. Here the work is split into 3 parts. The first part is done by them together, second part is done by Sunil and Sanjay, the third part is done by Sanjay. So if we write equations for that, so they work together for 6 days, that is the work productivity into time. The second part of the work is done by Sunil and Sanjay for 4 days, productivity into time, plus Sanjay can work, let's say, X number of days to complete the total work. Now we need to find X. In order to find X, we need to find this term, and this. S plus J we already have, which is W by 15. We need to find A plus S plus J. So that we can get by adding these 3 equations. So we have 2S, 2J and 2A. We can take 2 common, correct? So 2 common, A plus S plus J is equal to W by 10 plus W by 15 plus W by 20. Now we need to take LCM of 10, 15 and 20, which is like this. 5 2 ja, 3 ja, 4 ja, 2 1 ja, 2 ja, 5 2 ja 10, 10 3 ja 30, 32 ja 60. So in order to make this fraction denominator as 60, we need to multiply by 6, we need to multiply by 4, and we need to multiply by 3. So 6 plus 4 plus 3, 13W is in the numerator, divided by 60 into 2, which is 120. So A plus S plus J is equal to 13W divided by 120. We got this term, and we need to find this term. So now A plus S is W by 10. If we substitute that value in here, we can get value of J. So J is equal to 13W divided by 120 minus W by 10. So if you want to make this as 120, we need to multiply by 12. So 13W minus 12W is W divided by 120. So we simply substitute values here. So A plus S plus J is 13 divided by 120 into 6 from here, plus A S plus J is W by 15 into 4 plus J is W by 120 into X is equal to W. So since W is common in LHS and RHS, that goes away. Now we have two 120s as denominators, so we make this also as 120. So we multiply it by 8, both numerator and denominator. So here we have 13 into 6, which is 78. 4 into 8, which is 32, plus X is equal to 120 goes that side. So if 2 comes here, this will become 80. 80 plus 30, which is 110. So if this 110 goes that way, it will become minus 110. So 120 minus 110, which is 10 days. So answer is 10 days. Question 2. A and B can finish a job in 10 days, while B and C can do it in 18 days. A started the job and worked for 5 days and then left the job. Then B worked for 10 days and remaining job is finished by C in 15 days. In how many days C alone would have finished the job? So if we start writing equations, we can write like A plus B equal to W by 10, B plus C is equal to W by 18. Now the third part of the equation is people leaving the job, right? So we can write parts of the work. If we add them, we get the total work. So first part of the work is done by A for 5 days. Next part of the work is done by B for 10 days. And next part of the work is done by C for 15 days. We get the total work. Now they are asking for C is equal to W by X. They are asking for X. So how do we find X? We need to solve this equation. So now solving this, there is a smarter way. We can either take values of A and B in terms of C and substitute here, or we can try to form this equation in terms of these equations, or the other way around. Anything is fine. So now we see that 5 is common in these three. So we take 5 common. A plus 2B plus 3C is equal to W. Now this we have A plus B. Now if we want to form A plus B out of this, we can write like this 2B can be split into B plus B. Similarly, 3C can be split into C plus C plus C. Now A plus B we already have from here. We need B plus C, which is already here. We simply substitute values of them. So W by 10 plus B plus C is W by 18 plus C plus C is 2C is equal to 5 goes that way. This is W by 5. Now we say 2C is equal to W by 5 minus W by 10 minus W by 18. Now if we consider these two terms, we need denominator same. So we multiply by 2. 2W minus W is W. So that whole thing is W by 10 minus W by 18. Now C is equal to 1 by 2 of W by 2 of 1 by 10 minus 1 by 18. So 18 minus 10 divided by 10 into 18. So this is 8. So 2 1 ja, 2 4 ja, 2 2 ja, 2 9 ja, 2 1 ja, 2 5 ja. So 5 into 9. C is equal to W by 45. They are asking for in how many days. So answer is 45 days. Question 3. A man started a project on the first day. One man joins on each day starting from second day. Project will be completed in 20 days. Instead, if a team of 7 men work regularly, how many days will they take to complete the work? Now, the first day one man has worked, next day another man has come, and the next day another man has come. Like that, on the 20th day there will be 20 men. So that is 20 M. They together completed the work. So again, this can be written as sum of parts of work. So this part of work, like that is equal to the total work. So the first part of the work is productivity, which is 1 man into 1 day, plus this is 2 men into 1 day. Like that it goes till 20th day, which is 20 men into 1 is equal to total work. Now what they are asking for is, if 7 men have worked, how many days would have been complete? We need to find X. If we want to find X, we need to find M first. So from this equation, how do we do that? If we take M common from all of these terms, we have 1 plus 2 plus until 20 is equal to W. So this is nothing but arithmetic series where A is the starting term is 1 and the difference is 1. So sum of n terms is given as, for a AP series, is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So n is 20 terms. So 20 by 2 is 10. 2a is nothing but 2 into 1, 2 plus n minus 1, it is 19 into 1. So it is nothing but 210. So this is a 21 into 10, 210. So M is equal to W by 210. So they are asking for 7M. So if we multiply both sides by 7, we get W by 30. So X is W by 30. So X is 30. So answer is 30 days. Question 4. A person can complete a job in 120 days. He works alone on day 1. On day 2, he is joined by another person. On day 3, they are joined by another person. Like this, every day, a new person with the same efficiency joins the work. How many days are required to complete the job? So, a person can complete the work in 120 days. Now, second part of the question says, one person works on first day, two persons work on second day, three persons work on third day, like that. Let's say it goes on till X number of days and they complete the work. So work we can write like productivity into time, which is 1 day, again productivity into time, which is 1 day, like that. X persons working for 1 day, they complete the total work. We can write this like 1 plus 2 plus until X is equal to W. This is AP series. So sum is given by n by 2 into 2a 2 into 1 plus n minus 1. N is x into 1 into d. D is difference, which is 1, is equal to W. So P is nothing but W by 120. We need to find X, meaning the number of days required to complete the job. So this is X minus 1 and this is 2. X minus 1 plus 2, which is X plus 1. This is X. W cancels. 120 into 2 goes that way. So this becomes a quadratic equation. X square plus X minus 240 is equal to 0. You can solve that, or we can split this in terms of two numbers such that they are of this form. So 60 into 2 into 2, 60 into 4, no, again we split it. 30 into 2 into 2 into 2, 30 into 6, again no, again we split this into 2, 15 into 2 into 2 into 2, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16, 15 into 16. So this is of the form this, right? So 15 into 15 plus 1. So X is 15. So answer is 15 days. Question 5. A, B and C can do a piece of work in 16, 32 and 48 days respectively. They all began working together. A worked continuously till work is finished. C leaves the work 2 days before its completion and B leaves the work 1 day before its completion. In what time the work is finished? So A is equal to W by 16, B is equal to W by 32, C is equal to W by 48. Now let's say A has worked for X number of days, C has worked for from starting till 2 days before the end. So he did not work for this part, he worked for this part. Similarly, B has worked until the last day, he did not work for the last day. So this part plus 2 will give us the total number of days, which is X. So that part is equal to X minus 2. Similarly, this part is nothing but X minus 1. Okay, so A has worked for X number of days, B has worked for X minus 1 number of days, C has worked for X minus 2 days. So they are asking us to find the total number of days, which is X. So how do we find that? Now the part of the work done by A is A's productivity into X, which is the number of days he has worked. B's productivity into X minus 1, this is the number of days that he has worked. Similarly, C. If we combine these parts of work, we get the total work. So now A is W by 16, B is W by 32, C is W by 48. So W cancels because it is on both sides. Now 16, 32, 48, they are all multiples, right? So we can take 16 common. 16 goes that way. So x plus x minus 1 by 2 plus x minus 2 by 3 is equal to 16. So LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So into 6 into 3 into 2. So if we solve this, 6 goes that way. So it is 16 6 are 96. Here it is 6x plus 3x minus 3 plus 2x minus 4. So minus 3 minus 4 minus 7. Minus 7 if it goes that way, plus 7. 96 plus 7 is 103. So 6x plus 3x 9x plus 2x 11x. So x is equal to 103 divided by 11. So this is the answer. Question 6. A and B together can complete 75% of a work in 33 days, while A, B and C together can complete the whole work in 26 days. If C is 12.5% more efficient than B, then find the time taken by A and C together to complete 70% of the work. So A and B completed 75% of the work. 75% is nothing but 7500 of the work. So that completes the work part in 33 days. So 25 3 ja, 25 4 ja. So this 33 will go into 1 by 33. So we have 3 by 4 W and 1 by 33. So 3 1 ja, 3 11 ja. So 4 into 11 W by 44. A, B and C together can complete that work in 26 days. Now C is 12.5% more efficient than B. So that means 100% of B plus more than that. So more than that 12.5%. 12.5% is nothing but 12.5% of B. Okay. So here this decimal we can remove that. Into 10 we can write in the denominator. So 25 5 ja, 25 4 ja, 5 1 ja, 5 2 ja. So this is nothing but B. So B plus B by 8, which is nothing but 8B by 8. 8 plus 1, 9B by 8. Now we need to find how much time A and C take to get 70% of the total work done. So how do we solve? So we need to find X. That means we need to find A and C. So if we want to solve for C, we need A plus B, which is from this equation. So we simply substitute that A plus B and find the value of C. So A plus B is W by 44 plus C is equal to W by 26. So C is equal to W, if you take common, 1 by 26 minus 1 by 44. So no need to take LCM and all of that stuff. We just multiply this by 44 and multiply this by 26. So 44 minus 26, which is 40 minus 20 is 20. 4 minus 6 is minus 2. So 20 minus 2, 18. So into 18 divided by 26 into 44. So 2 9 ja, 2 13 ja. So no further simplification. Let us leave it like that. We don't need to multiply and all of that. So since now we know C, we need to find A, but we need to find B as well. So here we have 9B by 8 is equal to C. So that means B is equal to 8 by 9. So this 8 goes here and 9 goes in the denominator. So 8 by 9 of C. So 8 by 9 into C, which is 9W by 13 into 44. So B is 9 cancel. So 8W by 13 into 44. Now we have to solve for A. So A is equal to W by 44 minus B, which is 8W by 13 into 44. Since we need to make denominator same, we need to multiply this fraction, both numerator and denominator, by 13. So 13W minus 8W, which is 5W divided by 13 into 44. If we substitute values of A and C in this fraction, we can get the value of X. So A is 5W by 13 into 44. C value is 9W by 13 into 44 is equal to 7 by 10 into W by X. W is common on both sides. 13 into 44 is also common. So we can add 5 plus 9, which is 14. 7 by 10 into X. 7 1 ja, 7 2 ja, 2 1 ja, 2 22 ja. So 10 into X is equal to 13 into 22. 13 into 22 is 13 2 ja 26. 13 2 ja 26 plus 2 28. So X is equal to 286 divided by 10, which is nothing but 28.6. So answer is 28.6 days. Question 7. At their usual efficiency levels, A and B together finish a task in 12 days. If A had worked half as efficiently as she usually does, and B has worked thrice as efficiently as he usually does, the task would have been completed in 9 days. How many days would A take to finish the task if she works alone at her usual efficiency? So they are saying A and B can complete a work in 12 days. Now, if A had worked half as efficiently, so that means half of her usual efficiency, which is A, and B has worked thrice as efficiently, so that means 3 times of his usual efficiency, they can complete that work in 9 days. We need to find if A had worked at her usual efficiency, how many days would she take to complete that work? So in order to find X, we need to find A. In order to find A, we need to eliminate B. Here we have 3B. So in order to get 3B here also, we can multiply this equation by 3 on both sides. So then we will get 3A plus 3B is equal to W by 4. If we do this equation minus this equation, we can eliminate B, because 3B minus 3B, like that. So 3A minus half A plus 3B minus 3B is 0. So W by 4 minus W by 9. So this is by 2 into 2, 3 to the 6 minus 1, 5A by 2 is equal to 9 4 ja 36. 9W minus 4W is 5W. So 5 cancels. 2 1 ja 2 18 ja. So A is equal to W by 18. So answer is 18 days. Question 8. A, B and C can do a piece of work in 20, 30 and 60 days respectively. In how many days can A do the work if he is assisted by B and C on every third day? So they are saying A is equal to W by 20, B is equal to W by 30 and C is equal to W by 60. So now A is working continuously on every day. He is present on every day. Right? So B and C work on every third day. First, second, third. B comes and C also comes to work. And next, B and C does not come first, second and third day they will be present. Right? It goes on like that. So let's say A has worked for X number of days, B and C have worked for Y number of days. So part of the work done by A is productivity into time, which is X plus BY plus CY. They completed the total work. We need to find X. Now from this equation, if you want to find X, we need to find Y. ABC we already have. So if you substitute ABC, W by 20 X plus W by 30 Y plus W by 60 Y is equal to W, total work. So W gets cancelled. So 20, 30, 60, LCM is 60 into 3 into 2 into 2. So 3x plus 2y plus y. So 3x plus 3y is equal to 60 goes that way. So x plus y, 3 takes common, 3 goes that side, 60 by 3, it is 20. So x plus y is equal to 20. Since we have one equation and two variables, we have to go for trial and error, or we can find a relation between x and y. So let's say x, right, is 1 on the first day, is 2 on the second day, or 3 on third day, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, it goes like that, right? So now y is number of days that B has worked. On the first day it is 0, on the second day it is 0, on the third day it is 1 because they are present on that day. Now fourth day also 1 because they are already worked for 1 day. Fifth day also 1, sixth day is 2. It goes like that. So if it is 9, it is 3. This is 2, 2. So how do we relate these two? So if we see x, if we consider only these points where the number changes, if we do x divided by 3, we are getting y. So 6 divided by 3 is 2, 9 divided by 3 is 3. So y is equal to x divided by 3. But if we see this point, right, so 4 divided by 3 is nothing but 1 plus 1 by 3, which is nothing but 1.333. But we need only 1 out of it, right? So similarly here, let's say 8 divided by 3 is nothing but 2 plus 2 by 3. So 2.666, but we need answer as 6. So how do we get 2 from 2.6 and 1 from 1.33? It is nothing but floor function, right? So we take only the integer part of the total number. So that is nothing but floor of x by 3. So this is the relation between x and y. So now we need x, so we need to eliminate y. So we can rewrite this equation as x plus floor of x by 3 is equal to 20. Now if we want approximate value of x, we can take x plus x by 3. So this is an approximation. This is not exactly equal. This is simply an approximation. Is equal to 20. So divided by 3 into 3, 3x plus x, 4x is equal to 20 into 3 is approximately equal to. So x is approximately equal to 15. So now if we put that in here and calculate LHS, right? So 15 plus floor of 15 divided by 3. So 3 1 ja, 3 5 ja, floor of 5 is nothing but 5. So 15 plus 5 we get 20. So this is exactly matching with RHS. So our trial and error has resulted in success. So x is exactly equal to 15. So answer is 15 days. Question 9. Anil alone can do a job in 20 days while Sunil alone can do it in 40 days. Anil starts the job and after 3 days Sunil joins him. Again after a few more days Bimal joins them and they together finish the job. If Bimal has done 10% of the job, then in how many days was the job done? So Anil can do the job in 20 days, Sunil can do the job in 40 days and we don't know about Bimal. We'll check out that. Now Anil has worked for, let's say, X number of days. Sunil, after 3 days, he has joined. So let's say he has worked for Y number of days. Now Bimal has joined sometimes after S has joined. So let's say Z number of days. Now they are asking for how many days was the job done. So they are asking for X. We need to find X. So if we see part of the work done by A, which is AX, part of the done by S, which is SY, plus part of the work done by Bimal, which is B into Z. That if we combine those parts of the work, we get the total work. So now they are saying the part of the work done by Bimal is 10% of the total work, 10 by 100 into W. Now we have X, Y. How do we find relation between X and Y? We have this information, X. So if we combine 3 plus Y, we get X. 3 plus Y, we get X. So that implies Y is equal to X minus 3. So A into X plus S into X minus 3 plus W by 10 is equal to W. So A is nothing but W by 20, X plus S is nothing but W by 40, Y is nothing but X minus 3. If W by 10 goes that way, minus W by 10. So in order to make denominator same, this should be multiplied by 10, and 20, 40, LCM is 40, so into 2. So here we have 2x plus x minus 3. 2x plus x is 3x minus 3 is equal to 10w minus w, 9w by 10. Here we have divided by 40. So w gets cancelled, right? It is on both sides. So we have 9 into 4, 36. 3x minus 3 is equal to 36. So x is equal to 39 divided by 3. So answer is 13 days. Question 10. Ramesh and Ganesh can together complete a work in 16 days. After 7 days of working together, Ramesh got sick and his efficiency fell by 30%. As a result, they completed the work in 17 days instead of 16 days. If Ganesh had worked alone after Ramesh got sick, in how many days would he have completed the remaining work? So Ramesh and Ganesh, if they work together, they complete that work in 16 days. Now after 7 days of working together, so that means the first 7 days, Ramesh and Ganesh have worked. Ramesh got sick at this point. His efficiency fell by 30%. That means 100% minus 30%, which is nothing but 70%. 70% is 70 by 100, which is nothing but 0.7. So 0.7 R, Ramesh is at this efficiency, plus Ganesh. So they have worked for this duration. So now they are saying the total is 17. From here till here it is 17. So this is 10 days. They completed the work. So we can write equation like R plus G into 7. So that is first part of the work. The second part of work is done by Ramesh and Ganesh, but Ramesh is at 70% of his efficiency, plus G into they worked for 10 days. They completed the total work. Now the question says, if Ganesh had worked alone after Ramesh got sick, that means for the first 7 days they worked together, Ramesh and Ganesh. Now if Ganesh had worked, Ramesh dropped out, only Ganesh had worked alone, how many days would he have completed the work? X number of days, let's say. So Ramesh plus Ganesh, they worked for 7 days and then Ramesh got dropped. Ganesh worked alone, let's say for X number of days, he completed the work. So we need to find X. In order to find X, we need values of R and G. Luckily, we already have R plus G, which is W by 16. We only need to find G. So we need to find G by eliminating R from these two equations, or we can do other way also. So if we rewrite this equation, we can write like R plus G into 7. So if 10 goes inside, 7r plus 10g is equal to w. So we already have r plus g. Now here it is 7r plus 10g. So how do we make in terms of r plus g? We can rewrite this as 7r plus 10g we can split into 7g plus 3g. So why are we splitting? So that we can take 7 common and we can have r plus g, which we already have, and we want g anyways. So we can rewrite this equation like r plus g into 7 plus this 7 into r plus g plus 3g is equal to total work. Now 7 r plus g is already w by 16. So r plus g, if you take common, 14, right? 14 into r plus g is nothing but w by 16 plus 3g is equal to w. So to 7 ja to 8 ja, if 7 by 8 w goes that way, minus 7 by 8 w. So 3g is equal to w minus 7 by 8 w. So by 8 into 8, so w by 8. So g is equal to w by 8 into 3. So g is equal to w by 24. So we have value of g, we have value of r plus g, so that we can find value of x. From this equation, we have w by 16, which is r plus g, into 7 plus g is w by 24 into x is equal to w. So w is common. Now the LCM of 16 and 24 we need to find, right? 16 and 24. So 2 8 ja, 12 ja, 2 4 ja, 6 ja, 2 2 ja, 3 ja. So 8 2 ja 24, 24 3 ja 72. 2 8 ja 16, 2 12 ja 24, 2 4 ja 8, 2 6 ja 12, 2 2 ja 4, 2 3 ja 6, 2 2 ja 4, 2 ja 8, 8 is 16, 16 3 ja 48. 48 is the LCM. So 16 into 3, 7 into 3, 24 into 2, 2 into x. So 7 3 is 21 plus 2x is equal to 48. Right? So if 21 goes that way, minus 21, so 27. So x is equal to 27 divided by 2. This is the answer. Question 11. X starts a certain work and after he completes exactly half the work, he leaves. And Y takes up the remaining work and it takes a total of 45 days for the work to be completed this way. If X and Y working together can complete the work in 20 days and Y is slower than X, then find the number of days in which the work will be completed if X alone first works on exactly 1/3 of the work, after which Y alone completes the rest of the work. So since this is a big question, we take sentence by sentence. So first sentence is this. So if you want to form equation, we can do like this. So X completes half of the work, right? So first part is half of the work. So the next remaining amount of work is the total work minus work done by X, which is w by 2. So w by 2. So X alone does half of the work and then Y alone does half of the work. So the total time is 45 from here till here. We need to form equations. So we need individual times, right? So let's say X has worked for a number of days. So then Y has worked for total, which is 45, minus time taken by A, which is A. Y has worked for 45 minus A day. So X productivity is equal to work, which is W by 2, divided by time, which is A. Y's productivity is work, which is W by 2, divided by 45 minus A, which is the time taken by Y. Now the next sentence is X and Y working together can complete the work in 20 days. So X plus Y is equal to W by 20. Now they say Y is slower than X. So this is a generic statement. It applies to all three cases. First case is this, second case is this, third case is this. It applies to every case. So if we apply that to first case, the time taken by Y is greater than time taken by X. So that is what they are saying. Y is slower than X. That means he takes more time in completing the same amount of work. Here we have same amount of work, W by 2. So so he takes more amount of time. So that means time taken by y is more than time taken by x, which is a. So that is done. So next part of the question says x alone does first 1/3 of the work. So 1/3 of the work is done by x alone, and then next part of the work is done by y. The remaining part is work, the total work minus work done by x, w by 3 is equal to 2w by 3, 2/3 of the work. Now they are wanting us to find number of days. That means the total time taken by them to complete that work. So that we know that productivity is equal to work divided by time. So that means time is equal to work divided by productivity. So the total time is equal to time taken by x plus time taken by y. The total time is equal to time taken by x. Time taken by x is equal to work divided by productivity. Productivity is x, work is w by 3. So w by 3 divided by x plus time taken by y is nothing but work is 2 by 3 of w. Productivity is y. We need to find t. Now to find t, we need x and y. In order to find x and y, we need to eliminate a. So we substitute x and y in this equation in order to form equation out of a and try to solve for it. So this can be written as w by 2 by a plus w by 2 by 45 minus a is equal to w by 20. So w is common. So this half goes that way. So into 2, that means 1 by 10 on that side. So 1 by a plus 1 by 45 minus a is equal to 1 by 10. So now we have to multiply this fraction by 45 minus a on both numerator and denominator, this fraction by a on both numerator and denominator. So we have 45 minus a plus a on the numerator divided by a into 45 minus a is equal to 1 by 10. So minus a plus a cancel, 450. So 450 is equal to 45a minus a square. If we rewrite this, we have a square minus 45a plus 450 is equal to 0. We need to solve this equation. So we can write 450 as 45 into 10. But if we add, we get 55. So we need to find another combination. 15 into 3 is 45 into 10. So 15 into 30. So these are the factors because 15 plus 30 is 45. So we can rewrite this equation as a square. 45 can be split as 15a plus 30a. 450 can be written as 15 into 30 is equal to 0. So if we take a common here, a minus 15 minus 30 common, we have a minus 15 again is equal to 0. So a minus 15 into a minus 30. We are simply finding the roots of this quadratic equation. So a can be 15 or a can be 30. So how do we decide a is 15 or a is equal to 30? We have this equation. So if we put a is equal to 15, we have 45 minus 15, which is 30, is greater than a. This is true. So if we try for 30, a is equal to 30. 45 minus 30, which is 15, is greater than 30, which is false. So a is equal to 30 is not the answer. A is equal to 15 is the answer. Now if we put that information in here, we already have a, which is 15. If we put that here, we have values of x and y, which is w by 2 into a. 2 into 15 is 30. W by 45 minus 15 is 30. 2 into 30 is 60. So if we put that information here, So in this equation we can find the value of t. So dt is equal to w by 3 divided by w by 30 plus 2 by 3w divided by w by 60. So that is nothing but 30 by 3 plus 2 by 3 into 60. So 320 is a 40 plus 10. So 50 days is the answer. Summary. All you need is this equation to solve most of the time and work related problems. Don't go for shortcuts. They just create confusion. Right? You can check out the playlist linked in the description for more aptitude videos. Thanks.